And if you are visiting to this particular channel for the first time, do subscribe it today because we are going to bring today something very special for our upcoming JIB 2025 May attempt. So share this session with your fellow bankers also who are also planning or preparing for JIB 2025 May cycle. And today, as you can see, our whole team is here of our JIB, and we are going to actually launch one new batch, which is our Drishti batch. In this, we are going to share all the details what this Drishti batch is actually about, who will teach, and who are our mentors in this particular batch. So do subscribe in our channel and watch till the end. And remember, JIB is a professional exam in which you require a quite dedication, your hard work, and proper planning. Because as a banker, you need to attend your office and you need to study simultaneously. And as you know, 31st March is coming. So how we can prepare in this time? Because we already know our exam dates are out on 22 January. So your exam will start from 4th of May. So what are the plannings we need to do, and how and what are the things that we need to keep in mind in this time period? So now I would make a request to Kinshuk sir to share your thoughts, sir.
Yes, as rightly told by ma'am, time paucity is always there with the bankers. And since the exam dates are out, now we can focus on the exam only. Earlier, there were many talks, deliberations that yes, exam can happen in June. Somebody was also saying that in July it may happen. So our targeted approach was not there. But now, since everything is settled, we know the exam date for sure. That 4th of May is the exam date for your first exam, that is IEIFS. So what we expect from all of you is to pull up your socks and start revising if you have already started preparing for this exam. For all of you who have not yet started the preparation, here we are to help you through the vision batch, because ultimately the guidance will matter. Since you have less amount of time, the targeted approach in the right direction can only help you. And here, as Aarti ma'am has just told you, everybody, every mentor of Officers Adda 247 is eager to have you in their classes and create a group of learning. On that note, I would request Aman ma'am to share her initial thoughts for the batch launch.
Thank you, sir. So, before the registration date and exam dates were out by IIBF, a lot of kind of confusion was there in the mind of bankers, like when the dates will be there. Exam, like last time, exam happened in June 2024. The reason was the election. So, they were having this doubt that we will have our exam in June or May. But now everything is clear. All the dates are clear. From 4th of May, our JIB May 2024 paper is starting. And on 18th of May, you will have your last paper. So, a lot of distraction is there now that we have dates, we have limited number of days, and we have 4 subjects. Out of these 4 subjects, two subjects have no gap in between their paper. 10th and 11th, your PPB and AFM subject is there. So we were getting a lot of query what to do in the next 3 months. We have a financial year closing duration as well. So that's why we have came up with the new batch. As you all are aware about it, that we have started our winners batch in the month of January only. But why we are coming up again with the new batch, vision batch, because we have a vision that on 4th, 10th, 11th, and 18th, we have to clear these subjects. So that's why we have created a proper dedicated batch for you, which we are starting from 8th of February. And it will be the batch for you. Once you join this particular batch, every day when you join these classes with the same 3-month period which you have to prepare for your exam, you will be getting all the guidance, all the content on the practice, all the practice content, as well as you will get the revision classes as well, like in form of mini marathon, maha marathon, everything will be available to you. So the vision and this batch vision, we have same objective, that in the next 90 days we will be able to clear this particular paper, whether we are starting as a average study, or we can say the average banker in the context to subject understanding, or if you are a beginner in the subject understanding, if you are at the average level, or you are, let's say, you are fluent in all these subjects, whatever level you are starting with, we want all the bankers will get success in this particular May 2025 exam. That's why we are recently starting this particular batch for you. Yes, ma'am.
Surely. So now let's have a session where we will introduce our faculties. We will tell you what all we are going to cover, how we are going to push your marks from, let's say, 50 to 60 and beyond. And for that, I would like to hand over the mic to Aarti ma'am, and she will begin the session.
Thank you so much, sir. So the first thought that comes that why to choose Officers Adda 24/7? The clear answer is this particular outstanding result in our JIB October 2024 result. So we as a team, we want that now next in May 2025, like this, we want your message. So now you can say this is your aim, this is your target, now this is your vision. Remember, only with the proper dedication, with the proper planning, surely you are going to clear it. As you know, there are 4 different subjects in your JIB. One by one, we are going to see also, but let's discuss about the exam dates. Like your exam will start from 4th May, first paper, Indian economy and Indian financial system. Next, on 10th May, principles and practices of banking. Then 3rd, 11th May, accounting and financial management for bankers. And 4th, that is last paper, on 18th May, retail banking and wealth management. So these are the 4 subjects, and remember, this is your professional exam. So in this professional exam, all this pattern is your MCQ pattern. Okay, whether you talk about IEIFS, PPB, accounts, RBWM, their exam pattern is MCQ. So we have one positive aspect that yes, MCQ will come. But for solving that MCQ, we require conceptual clarity. We require proper understanding of the concepts. How we can complete n number of questions in our limited time, because your exams will be for 2 hours, means 120 minutes you have. In that, how much you can complete it. As you know, there is no negative marking. So how we can take the advantage of that side. And remember, as a banker, you need to attend your office and then you need to study also. So this particular batch is the best batch in which you can complete your syllabus within time. You can revise also, because again we are going to bring something special which will help you in your proper revision. So this is about our upcoming batch. So let's discuss about the team. So here we have Kinshuk sir, Vishal sir, Aman ma'am and me. So one by one, we are going to meet with our faculties. So Vishal sir will take your RBWM, which is one of the important subjects. And in upcoming sessions, you are also going to see how Vishal sir will continue that RBWM, what planning he has in the particular batch. So everything you are going to receive in this particular channel only. So that's why do subscribe it, share with your fellow bankers also. Now let's meet with the second candidate, that is Aman ma'am. Yeah, Aman ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. So as you already knew about our team, that who will be there with you in this preparation of your JIB May 2025. So when we talk about first 2 paper of yours, IEIFS and PPB, I will be taking IEIFS with the help, with me, Kinshuk sir will be there in this particular subject, and PPB I will be taking care of. So when I talk about first paper, IEIFS, you have your exam on 4th of May. And all the bankers are very much aware about particular subject IEIFS, that this is the toughest subject of JIB. And first paper of IEIFS conducted in May 2023. So till then we had total 4 papers of IEIFS, and every time we have seen the toughest paper was of IEIFS. It's not because the subject is very tough. It's not because that it's not doable. This is not a subject that can be easily understandable, or not everybody is able to understand this subject. It's not like that. The only reason why this particular subject is very tough and why this paper is every time tough, because this is a kind of subject which relates to your practical life. It relates to the practicality of our economy, like what is going on in the Indian economy, what's going on in the financial market, what's going on in insurance business, in pension business, in banking sector. Everything is there in this particular subject. When you study this subject, you feel like this is a theoretical subject, but no, this theoretical subject gives you the idea of how a country is running, what is happening in the country, and why such kind of decisions have been taken by the regulatory bodies or by the government of our country. So all of these you will learn in this particular subject. So the only reason why bankers are fear with this particular subject, because the framing of questions is very difficult. When this subject talks about how the country is working, so we have multiple ways to ask the questions about this particular country, about this situation. So if you are seeing there is a question on business cycle, sustainable development growth, or sustainable development goals and climate change, or let's say insurance market, pension market. So they relate it with the real life examples, as well as they make the language a little tough for us by making it indirect. Like nobody is going to ask you what is inflation and you have to find the definition of inflation and you will be good to go. No, everybody will give you a situation. They will give the multiple economic indicators in the questions, and then they will ask you what the situation is. So indirect questions will be there, and that's why this subject is actually tough for bankers. But trust me, once you start learning this subject, you will find it's easy, as me and Kenshuk sir already do. Like we find this subject very easy, we find this subject very interesting because we are aware about this particular subject. We know the core concept, we know how it works. So what you have to do, the first and very much most important thing is focus on the core concept. Try to understand the reason why this thing is there, why inflation is there, why SEBI is there, what the SEBI is doing, why ADA is there. So try to understand the reason behind the topics. Then you will be able to understand the core concept of the topics. Then after understanding the concept, do make sure you practice those concepts in form of questions, because understanding the concept is another thing, using those concepts to apply in a question is another thing, and both have to be combined if you want to clear the subject. So Kinshuk sir, I was talking to certain bankers and who have already cleared, they got their certificate last night. So I was talking to them in the morning only, and they said to me that ma'am, we were very much aware about it, ki what is the subject, and we were very much able to answer the questions, and we were expecting that we will get 70-75 marks. And while attempting the paper, we have this thought that we have done very good in this subject. But after pressing the submit button, we got 61. One person got 61 and another got 55 marks. And they said we are very shocked after that. And we thought that something is wrong with the system, that we didn't get the right marks. But actually, this happened with each and every banker. The
Yes,
reason
yes.
is that they ask question in the most appropriate form. Like you have to give the option, you have to select the option which is most appropriate in that question. So tough
Open to
language.
interpretation.
Yes, sir.
Open to interpretation.
Yes,
How you
exactly.
interpret the various concepts. That's what is
Exactly.
happening.
So we have indirect questions, language is tough, most appropriate answer you have to find out. So these are the things which makes your paper a little tough for you. So
Yes.
for IEIFS, the combination of understanding the concept and learning how to apply that concept is very much important. So do make sure cover all the concepts, revise them regularly, and practice them regularly. If you combine these three steps, definitely you will clear your subject.
Yes, and don't be hasty. Sometimes we feel that time is less, so let's just have an overview of every unit and we will be able to solve maximum questions. Don't follow this approach. Right now, we agree that time is a little bit less as we compare it with the November. If you have started the preparation in November itself, compared to that, your time is less. But is it doable? Yes, you can easily crack this exam. So don't be hasty. Me and Aman ma'am, we will try our level best to create that ecosystem where you will feel very, very comfortable with this subject. And once you have achieved the comfort level with any subject, not only IIFS, with any subject, you create an interest in that subject. And once the interest is being created, na, you will be having no apprehensions left in your mind that whether I'll be able to crack this exam, whether I'll be able to score more than 50 marks, or should I push myself towards some other resource. No, no question will be left once you start loving this exam, this particular subject and the process also. So our message, collective message would be that try to solve maximum number of questions as soon as you understand one concept. Once you have understood the concept, you have internalized the all the material which we have provided you, start solving questions, because now we cannot just say that if you start early you will be in a better position, because that time has lapsed. Okay, we must correlate the concepts in the class, whatever duration the class is, 1 hour, 1.5 hour. We must ask n number of doubts with the mentors, and we should start solving the questions immediately after the class or by early morning in the next day. So that's the message. And although the subject is bulky, IEIFS, but again, many aspirants have done it. You guys also can do it. Score more than 70 marks. And yes, that's the message from the entire team. So over to you,
Exactly.
Aman ma'am, for PPB.
Yes. So now let's talk about the principles and practices of banking. That's your paper two. So in comparison to IEIFS, you found this particular subject a comparatively easy subject. And the reason is not that PPB is actually an easy subject. The reason is because you are familiar with the terminologies, you are familiar with the concepts, you are familiar with the terms you are going to study in this particular subject. So there are 4 modules, and PPB is the lengthiest subject. In all the 4 subjects, PPB is the lengthiest. But still, bankers manage to get good marks, and they are not afraid about this particular subject because this is the subject which helps them to relate with what they are doing in a bank, to relate with the real life examples, to connect it with what they are actually doing in a branch, like what you are doing in a branch banking. That's everything is there in the PPB subject. So that's why this subject becomes a comparatively easy subject for you. But one thing I want to tell you, don't take it like very easy, because in PPB you will find case study questions are more, and obviously case study questions are somehow related to the real life examples. You might in your banking career have seen the same case in your branch, or you might have heard someone else talking about this kind of case. So those situations have been converted into questions, and they will be asked to you in the PPB subject. So don't take it very easy that this is a very simple subject, I can do it, and I am working in a bank, so I will be very much aware about all of this. Don't take it this subject like that. Do make sure in PPB, because the syllabus is very huge, a lot of norms. Like I know you all are practicing KYC in the practicing in your banking sector. You all are doing KYC, you all are following the AML norms, you all are following CFT norms, you all are following, like if you are providing loan, what are the points you have to think, like what are the principles of lending. You actually working on them, right? But you work on those principles, on those norms, on those policies as per the situation comes to your bank, right? Like there is a minor bank minor customer, and there is a parda nashin woman, for example, they are coming to your bank and taking services from you. So if an like only if any person is there in your locality where your branch is there, who is minor and he or she wants to have the account, then only you will find the norms or the policies or how to deal with this particular kind of customer, right? But when you are studying PPB subject, might be possible that the policies or the norms or the conditions you are studying in the subject you won't see in your banking career. Like might be this will not happen to you, like this kind of case or this kind of customer won't come to your branch, or not, you have not met them, this kind of policies in your banking career, but still you have to learn them. So what actually you are practicing on in a bank, that is a part of the overall principles and practices of banking, right? So when you study this subject, you find a lot of policies, a lot of norms and rules, regulations, everything is there. So it's very important for you to make sure that you revise this subject multiple number of times. Like understanding the concept will not be the issue in this particular subject. Why? Because you are aware about it. What but what problem you might face? You might not remember the terms, like the conditions, the norms, the regulations, which I am telling you. So that's why it's very important you do multiple revision of PPB and practice the questions. So once you are practicing question, it apply to all the subjects. Once you practice the questions, you find the ways of asking a particular topic. Like let's say, for example, if in a class I'm talking about core banking solution, so you will be understanding the characteristics, the features, how it works, introduction, everything. But when you practice multiple MCQs, when you go for the multiple mock test, you will find in mock test 1, CBS features have been asked. In the second, advantages have been asked. In the third mock test, you find the CBS history have been asked. In the fourth mock test, you might find that the CBS mechanism have been asked. So when you attempt the mock test, you find the way how this question or how this topic can be asked in the paper. Like multiple ways are there to ask a particular question. So that you will find in the mock test. So in the PPB, module A and B of yours, it covers around 65 to 70% of your syllabus, and very important. But it's not like we can leave the C and D module. No, C module is very important because it talks about the overall banking technology, and D is all about ethics. And definitely it's a very small module, D module, but every time it covers 10 to 15 marks questions, and that's very easy to do. Like 15 marks are very easy to get in the D module. And if we talk about C module, it's a comparatively tough to all the other 3 modules of PPB, But yes, the C module will help you to understand how the infrastructure of banking sector is working. So it's an interesting subject. You will feel interest in this particular subject because whatever you will be studying in the class, you will be doing that in the bank, right? So do make sure in PPB, focus on understanding the concept. Multiple revisions are required and the practice. So it will help you to understand the subject, it will help you to apply the concept, and it will help you to make sure that whatever type of question, whether it's a case study question or it's a statement based question, you will be able to answer them correctly. So that's what we have to do in the PPB. Now let's over to the another subject. Ma'am, you are not audible. Now, okay.
Okay. So thank you so much, ma'am. So as you already understood, like how to tackle with your other subjects, now it's time for your accounts, your third paper. Remember now when we talk about the accounts, this is quite different from others because in other subjects you are somewhat familiar, correct? You are seeing in economy, you are seeing in your bank. But when we talk about accounts, this is totally new for some bankers. You are aware of balance sheet, you are aware of profit and loss account, but you don't know how to prepare it. So, how to prepare it? What are the things? How to calculate profit? How to calculate ratios? How to use in banking? We actually understand in this account subject. So here, my name is Sia Arti. So I will be covering your accounts part. And remember, my target is the only thing to make this accounts much, much, much simpler. If you see any question, you can relate with your bank. You can relate with your life. That why this is happening, why assets are coming, why liabilities are there. So that special terminologies that we need to use in our accounts, I will use that. I will teach you that. And I can guarantee you that after completion of your accounts, you can finally, you can feel that difference. Like you love that account part. So you can join our batches. You can also watch our demo sessions, which will be available on this particular channel. So remember one thing in accounts: how to use calculator, how to use tricks for your specific calculations in your numericals. I will teach you in our classes because we have limited time of 2 hours, and how to complete that whole sub questions in that limited time, I will tell you in our classes what exam pattern they are using, what important topics they are covering again and again. So we are going to complete like that. Remember, we are going to start from the basics, then we are going to start with your JIB level exam. So this is the perfect batch. This is the, I think, last batch we can say, because after this we can only do the crash course and the revision, but not the conceptual. So if your target is to clear in a first attempt, then this is your last chance. And remember, May 2025 is your golden attempt. Already you have now limited time. You have in this year last batch opportunity, because after this you are not going to complete your whole syllabus. I'm not talking about only accounts, because you have other three subjects also, and they are very vast. Chaliye, so with this, let's meet with our next faculty, Kinshuk sir. Yes.
So as we have discussed earlier, me and Aman ma'am will be taking up IEIFS. So I'll be taking up module A and B, and Aman ma'am will be taking the module C and D. For an overview for everybody, let me just tell you that module A and B pertains to the economic concepts plus Indian economy. Along with that, some chapters will be there which are directly related to the banking system of our Indian economy. And the more you read about the concepts here, the more you will understand the nuances, because on daily basis you will see some concept or the other which you are reading in the IIFS in the newspapers also. So relevance of this subject is huge when we talk about your banking life, when we talk about the personal life somewhere down the line, because inflation is also there and it directly impacts you as consumers as well. So, to wrap it up from my side, I would say that more or less the subject is very, very easy. Undoubtedly, 45 units are there, but they are still doable. If you are regular in the classes, you solve n number of mock tests and you revise regularly, along with preparation of notes, your own notes, then things will become very, very easy. And some overview will be given by Aman ma'am also regarding modules C and D, how she will take it up. So, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So the C&D module covers around 60% of your syllabus because a lot of units are there. So earlier it used to happen like the more question have been asked from the C and D module comparative to the A and B, but this have been changed by IIBF. In October 2024, IIBF have done what? In the first shift, we have seen C and D module question was more. And the second and third shift, automatically he asked many questions from the A and B module. So now earlier bankers used to do that cover the C and D module more, we will get the passing marks. So you can't do that. You can't make such kind of a strategy because now IIBF day by day becoming smart, more smart. And IIBF is asking questions from every module, like shift wise changes might be there, or it might happen that C and D or A and B will have a same number of questions. So for C and D, I would say the C module covers your history part, facts parts, and concept parts. The C module is simply your Indian financial system overview, which gives you the overall view of evolution of the financial system of Indian economy. And the D module talks about that what are the financial product and services we are using in this particular financial system. So in C module, you will learn what are the different types of financial system are there, what are the different financial intermediaries are there, what they are doing, what are the regulatory bodies, what new recent reform happened in the banking sector. This overview you will get in the C module. And in D module, you will get all the kinds of financial product and services, whether it is related to investment market, whether it is related to insurance market, pension market, every product you have to study in detail. Like if I talk about module D first unit, that's unit number 29th of ours, that talks about financial market. This single unit gives you the overview of all the type of financial market. But when you move forward towards module D, you will find we have each financial market described in individual unit. Like money market have individual unit, capital market, derivative market, forex market, every market have been defined in detail. So once you cover C and D module, you will be very much aware about it. What are the investment things? Like what are the investment products and the instruments where we can go and invest our money. Obviously, you have to study the market trend, but yes, the basic theoretical understanding of the financial system or financial market you will get in this two modules. So the same thing we will go concept we will understand the first so that we know why people are investing in share market, why it is very hype, and what are the other ways of investment. We will discuss the concepts of that, practice on that, and keep doing revision. That's what we have to do.
And for module D, ma'am, I think that the parabanking services, the knowledge of those services will help the bankers also in their banking
Exactly.
life. Because if you have to cross sell products, you must have the basics clear and it
Yes.
will provide them, right?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly, sir. Like if I talk about module D, actually they have created a subject very beautifully. When you talk
Yes.
about module D, first they gives you the understanding of each and every topic, and in the para banking they cover up like they sum up all the kinds of activities, financial product and services in the single unit. In the para banking, you will find everything you have studied in the C and D module was there in the para banking. So it will help you in your practical business also, banking career also, as well as it will give you a lot of knowledge regarding the economy, regarding the system.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So on that note, let's move on. And this is the launch event of Vision Batch. I hope everybody now knows the batch name. Name of the batch is Vision Batch, and I would like to invite Aarti ma'am also to give her insights as well. What are the offerings in this batch? You will get online live classes, 400 plus hours of online live classes will be there, along with some recorded videos will also be provided to all of you so that you can speedily cover the syllabus because time is less. So we have grafted this timeline for this particular batch in that way that you will cover the syllabus as soon as possible. Along with that, test series is also provided and ebooks are also there. So one stop solution, if you want, from any platform, it is given here in the form of Vision Batch, and it will be most probably the last batch for this particular cycle, ma'am. So it will be the yes, yes. After that, we will have some batches, but if you want the conceptual clarity, as Aarti ma'am told us, then this is the batch which you must target. And for Mahapack,
Yes. So now if we talk about the one particular pack in which you are going to receive all the concepts, along with that you're going to receive crash course, along with that, is there any batch particular pack like we have in which we can get the revision also? Then that is your JIB increment Maha pack. So basically in this you're going to receive all the concept classes, along with that you're going to receive crash courses freely, then revision classes also. So three different batches you are going to receive in this particular batch. So the best thing is you are going to receive 6 1,000 plus hours of online live classes, then mock test, ebooks, recorded videos also. Because sometimes what happens, because no one can predict future. Na? Some days you are very busy in your office, so you're not able to join live classes. So for that, you are going to receive recorded videos of that day's session. That is the best thing. Means you can clear your backlog in upcoming week or in next holiday also. So this is how uh, you can clearly uh, reduce your backlogs, and you can continue with your proper study, whatever you have planned. Then you're going to receive 4 books, that is hard copy, formula sheets, study planner, other 24/7 merchandise, affirmation cards. So not only ebooks, not only online study, but along with that, we are also providing you hard copies of MCQ book, question bank. So the perfect pack is this particular one. Though in this particular vision batch, you're going to receive conceptual, but you are not going to receive in this crash and the revision. For that, you need to enroll again. So the best thing is for one time investment, you can do and you can purchase JIB Increment Mahapack. Because right now we are providing you with the maximum discount of 80%. Remember, if you are going to purchase directly from the Adda 24/7 site, you are going to receive 80%. But as soon as you are going to purchase that same batch from our Adda 24/7 application, you can download it from Play Store, it is freely available. You are going to receive extra 1% off. But for that, you need to use one special coupon code. So now I would like to make a request to Aman ma'am to please tell about the special coupon code.
Exactly. As ma'am have told you that we have multiple options for you. And but my personal suggestion will be go with the JIB Increment Mahapack because this will give you the like offline content as well as online content. Both are available. Like you will get all the comprehensive batches, revision batches, crash course batches, which are going to be launched in the future, as well as the past batches also be given to you. And in increment box, you will get the hard copy books that you can practice by having a copy and pen properly. So that you can get. And right now, this is available with 81% discount. So if you use the code VISION80, VISION 8080, and if you use this code on Adda 24/7 application, you will get 81% discount. So 81% discount is there, double validity is there, online material, offline material, all the things are available in the single batch. So you can enroll by using the code Vision80, and do remember, download the application first and do enroll then, so that you can be able to use the coins of the application and will get additional 1% discount.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can download it through your Play Store if you are using Android, and if you are using iOS, then you can download with that also. It is freely available. So we always say early you start your preparation, the higher chances of clearing in your first attempt is there. So all the very best. If you have any other doubts, you can ask us through the comments also. You can contact our team also, and we are waiting for you with this batch. And remember, this is your last conceptual batch. So all the very best. Thank you,
All the
everyone.
very best, everyone. Thank you.
All the best. All the best.